You are facing 4 indictments.
Biden indictments, excuse me, Biden political indictments. Democrats don't want to see abortion in the 7th month. Okay, I speak to a lot of Democrats. They want a number. There is a number, and there's a number that's going to be agreed to. And Republicans should go out and say the following, because I think the Republicans speak very inarticulately about this subject.
That's fair criticism.
I have a very robust foreign policy section to get to.
Okay.
I do want to give you an opportunity to talk about some of your legal challenges. So if we could do that first, and then we'll move on to foreign policy.
All right. Hello, my name is Mr. Wise Guy. Welcome to my channel. Do not leave. We're watching the man himself, Donald Trump. And it's the full interview. But before we get into the video, like and subscribe. Comments are great too. Thank you very much. So on to the show.
Former Vice President Mike Pence believes that a fetus should have constitutional rights. Do you believe that, Mr.
Well,
President?
Mike Pence said something about 15 weeks, too, which was a big change for Mike Pence because Mike Pence had no exceptions. I have exceptions, by the way. I think people should have exceptions. I think if it's rape or incest or the life of the mother, I think you have to have exceptions.
Does a fetus have constitutional rights, Mr.
And a lot
President?
of people, when they don't have exceptions. Now, tell you that I think most people, most Republicans are willing. You go life of the mother, rape, incest. I think most of them are there.
But should a
That's a
fetus
big
have
statement.
constitutional rights, Mr. President?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what he's saying because before he wanted.
That's a good.
You
That's.
couldn't have abortion.
what
I don't know.
Now,
Is such a good.
Excuse me. Now all of a sudden he's saying 15 weeks. I said, wow, where did that come
Excuse
from?
me.
That's a radical change. Look, something is going to happen that's going to be good for everybody. And that's what I'm almost like a mediator in this case. They wanted Roe v. Wade terminated because it was inappropriate. We got it done. Something's going to happen. It's going to be a number of weeks. Something's going to happen where both sides are going to be able to come together. And then we'll be able to go into other things like the economy, our military.
Are you saying a federal ban with exceptions? Is that what you're saying?
What I say is very simple, because you can't put words in my mouth like that.
I
because
just
you've been
wanna-
hearing-
Yeah, exactly. She's been doing that all. She's been doing that the entire time, trying to really put words into his mouth. Holy crap! Thank you, Trump. Like Trump's smart enough to see that. Like holy crap.
A federal ban with exceptions. Is that what you're saying?
What I say is very simple, because you can't put words in my mouth like that.
I
Because
just
you've been
wanna
hearing me talk
understand.
about this issue. I think talk about it.
Catching her on her BS, man.
productively. It could be a state ban. It could be a federal ban. But Democrats want that too. Democrats don't want to see abortion in the 7th month. Okay, I speak to a lot of Democrats. They want a number. There is a number, and there's a number that's going to be agreed to. And Republicans should go out and say the following, because I think the Republicans speak very inarticulately about this subject. I watched some of them without the exceptions.
That's fair criticism.
I said, other than certain parts of the country, you're not going to win on this issue, but you will win on this issue.
And some people call Trump a Republican. Like everyone in the Republican Party is supposed to be like for Trump or whatever. I'm like, no, that's not true at all.
When you come up with the right number of weeks, because Democrats don't want to be radical on the issue, most of them, some do. They don't want to be radical on the issue. They don't want to kill a baby in the 7th month or the 9th month or after birth. And they're allowed to do that, and you can't do that.
I have a very robust foreign policy section to get to.
Okay.
I do want to give you an opportunity to talk about some of your legal challenges. So if we could do that first, and then we'll move on to foreign policy. You are facing 4 indictments.
Biden indictments, excuse me, Biden political indictments. He said to the Attorney General.
He's had nothing to do with it.
He said to the Attorney.
Yeah. Okay, so the DOJ that's indicting him. Yeah, that's such a cop out. That's so BS, man. Like, of course, Joe Biden has everything to do about it. The DOJ, which is run by the executive branch. Who's the president here? Who's in charge of the executive branch? Joe Biden. Thank you very much. The DOJ is indicting him. Like, it's a federal indictment. Federal equals executive, which also equals Joe Biden. Like, come on now. Oh, well, Joe Biden has nothing to do with this. It's just that the executive branch is like indicting him. It's not political whatsoever. Get out of here with your nonsense. Like that's so I keep censoring myself. I want to use mean words, but I don't know. I don't want to be that guy. Pissing me off.
General, indict him. They put in the
there's
New
no
York
proof of
DA
that,
case,
Mr.
which
President.
everybody.
But the way that Trump framed that's exactly how it should have been framed. So I'm going to repeat that.
I have a very robust foreign policy section to get to.
Okay.
I do want to give you an opportunity to foreign policy. You are facing 4 indictments.
Biden
91
indictments, excuse me, Biden political indictments.
Yes.
He said to the
He has
Attorney
said
General.
he's had nothing to do with it.
He said to
and
the
there's no
Attorney
proof of
General,
that.
Bullshit.
indict him. They put in the
there's
New
no
York
proof of
DA
that,
case,
Mr.
which
President.
What do you mean no proof? DOJ indicted him. There's proof of the DOJ federally indicting Trump. And the DOJ, okay, you know what? Here, we're going to look this up right now. Did the DOJ indict Donald Trump? Read the full DOJ indictment against former President Donald Trump. All right, so I know I'm literally just reading the title, but we're going to go back. So we're going to go back. It's been confirmed. It's literally a DOJ indictment. So let's go back. Let's go back a little bit. What is the DOJ?
According to Wikipedia, the United States Department of Justice, also known as the Justice Department, is a federal executive department of the United States government.
Federal
tasked with the enforcement
executive.
of federal law and administration of justice in the United States.
Federal Executive Department of Justice. Okay, all right. You know what the executive branch is? You know who the president is? You know what branch of government the president is located in? Yeah, it's the executive. All right, there's your connection, man. Like, it's not too hard to put 2 and 2 together. Like, it's literally a political indictment. Oh, there's no evidence that Biden has anything to do with this. It's so BS, man. It's so BS.
everybody admits
There's no
isn't even a
proof of
case.
that, Mr.
Excuse me.
President.
They're
I like how she's laughing at that. Literally fake news. Get out of here.
they're
No,
Biden
there's no
indictments.
proof of that.
You know what?
You're
He
fake
started
news.
something
Fake
that's a very
news.
slippery
It's
slope.
literally
He said,
BS.
I've got a guy that's beating me in the polls. I'm beating all the Republicans by a lot, and I'm beating him by a lot. I have somebody that's beating me in the polls. Indict him. And they not only that, they took their top person in the Department of Justice and put him into the Manhattan DA's office. They're dealing with Fannie Willis all the time.
Mr. President,
These
the
are
Attorney
political
General
indictments.
appointed a special counsel to investigate you, President Biden, and President Biden's son, Hunter, who was also indicted today. But I do want to
President Biden
move...
does not fall within the Presidential Records Act. And frankly, you don't ever hear anything about the special counsel. But they gave me this deranged person named Jack Smith. He's a deranged lunatic.
Jack Smith.
I fall within the Presidential Records Act. It's very simple. It's a civil thing. In fact, the New York Times, of all institutions, did a story. And it was headlined, "Please, please, please, Mr. President, could we take a look at the documents?" And this should never have been an indictment. There's no criminal. Now, there is criminal for Joe Biden because he was a senator and he was a vice president.
Well, the charges
And
you're
as a
facing don't
senator
have
and a
anything
vice
to do with
president-
the Presidential Records Act. But let me ask my question so we can get to foreign
Wait a
policy.
minute. This comes
Let's-
within the Presidential Records
Let me
Act.
ask.
That's what it's about. It's
Let me
about
just
records.
ask these questions, and then we can move.
I've been doing a lot of fact checking, but I don't really know too much about the whole of what they just talked about. So I'm just gonna continue on. Throw it down in the comments below if there's actually something I missed here.
Move on to some other topics. You are facing 4 indictments, 91 felony charges.
If you would say it properly, I'm facing 4 Biden indictments. He told the Justice Department to indict him, or Merrick Garland said, let's indict him.
Let me ask you this, Mr.
They
President.
indicted their political opponent.
I just want to hear from you on this.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up. I like how she's trying to like make it seem like that's not a thing. All right, so you made it to the end. Thanks for watching. Remember, comments are great too, and like and subscribe, but mostly comments. Comment, please. I need to know what your thoughts are. The whole part of this entire channel is thinking. Thanks. Come on now. You can do it. Down below. Just type it out. I don't care what it is. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one.